Ottawa's alternative rock, live at 88.5, Sam Roberts and Ascension.
Stittsville on Patrol, a new show coming soon to a screen near you. Christopher Redmond is the creator and a friend of our little show. And on the phone this morning, Chris, tell us about Stittsville on Patrol.
Oh, boy, guys. Well, there's a lot to say. It's a series that's going to take place in Stittsville. We're going to follow someone on patrol. I think that's it.
But these are short. These are 6-7 minute episodes. They're going to be quick.
They'll be quick, yeah. But I mean, we have very big ambitions.
You weren't able to get Tom Cruise, Chris, but you got Ben Milks. Who's Ben?
Yeah, great question, Amal. Who is Ben? I mean, he lives in Stittsville, so that was a big bonus for the show. Yeah. He's available, so we like that. Really, Ben is, he's a fairly famous in a very small circle. I'm just trying to spin this as a win for us because it's kind of devastating. But he's known to Ottawa Senators fans for sure for sort of melting down, and we're going to need a lot of that in this series as well. But I think people are going to have a hard time. I'm not going to lie. People are going to be looking at him, and they're only going to be thinking about Tom Cruise.
Right.
And the problem is, Ben, I mean, he just doesn't have the charm or the talent or the good looks or even the signature running style, I think, that you would expect in a neighborhood watch leader. But he's going to have to do.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Why did you pick Stittsville? Why not Barrhaven? Why not Canada, Riverside South, Hintonburg?
Oh, I think it's obvious why. I think there's a lot of Stitts villains out there that we need to be tracking down. In fact, we've actually recently opened up a hotline where we are asking people to report if they see anyone, following the pattern of something that would lead to serious criminal behavior, like having an unkept lawn or leaving a child without a leash in a park.
Chris, come on. That's just the Stittsville's Moms Facebook group.
Well, I mean, it starts with Stittsville Moms, let me tell you, and it grows. That's a bit of a mafia out there. So we are keeping an eye on them, but also, things that seem like more minor offenses. I think, like people who give, a really half-hearted hello, any type of unneighborly conduct like that. We're looking for tips, so people can just send those tips straight to us at tips@stittsvilleonpatrol.com. And we will investigate.
Okay. Yeah, I love that.
You couldn't get Tom Cruise because of COVID. How are you going to shoot during COVID? Like, that's got to change the way this all works.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's a much smaller crew for sure. We had big ambitions. Obviously, I had stunts that would have rivaled Mission Impossible for sure. But because of COVID, we've had to scale this down to only a few people, only because of COVID, obviously. So we're just gonna make it work, but there's a lot also, when we're looking at Stittsville, I don't want people to think that this is just a tattletale hotline that we're looking for. We are celebrating the community, absolutely, and so we want to feature some, real life potential landmarks in the community that maybe deserve historical status. So we're also looking for people to write in, if for example, I don't know, what chair Guy Boucher always sat in at Crazy Nails. That kind of information can really lead to a heritage designation. And so we definitely want to know about it. So again, tips@stittsvilleonpatrol.com. We want the good and the bad.
You came up with this idea and then you pitched the show. Like what's some advice that you might give to somebody who has an idea and wants to pitch it and get something actually made?
Well, after I get it made, I might have some advice. Right now, my advice is to make up a lot of stories and convince some people to let you make a TV show. Yeah. That's where we are right now. When it's done, then I'll be in a position to give advice. Right now, I'm just in a position to try and not completely embarrass myself.
But what did you do? You had this idea, and who did you email? There was somebody who you reached out to get this rolling.
Yeah, so I pitched Bell 5 TV1. So this show is actually going to air on Bell's #1 channel. It is literally the #1 channel on Bell. It's Channel 1. And it is a community TV channel. And we're really lucky because they're mandated. They really have to play this stuff. So that was a real in for us where
they're forced to.
They don't have much choice. There's some regulations where they need to be reflecting the community. And unfortunately, this is reflecting the community right now.
These are short episodes, about 6 to 7 minutes long. Reno 911. Chris recently came back on Quibi, which is designed to run short stuff. Is this the kind of program that we might be able to see maybe get pushed onto a format like that?
Yes, we have a non-exclusive deal with Bell TV1, which means it's kind of like an open relationship. So we are being a little flirty out there with the other broadcasters, and there was a lot of interest. I'm not going to lie. All the major networks and broadcasters were obviously clamoring for this. They were just offering way too much money, and we didn't want to let that get to our heads. So we went with a community TV station to start. But afterwards, I think when we hear the, success calling, we may answer that call for sure.
Christopher, thank you so much for answering our call this morning. The new show is called Stittsville on Patrol. When can we expect it to air?
It will air early 2021. Hopefully help get everyone through the winter. COVID willing that we get this thing shot in October.
That is Christopher Redmond from Stittsville on Patrol.